Hey guys, it's been a week now since the Terraria episode. I said to somebody I was gonna make a Terraria episode last night, and then my dad's car broke down, and we had to go get a new one. But I suppose we're back with Terraria now. So you can see. Oh right, today was the day I was gonna go through the dungeon. Okay, so I guess that's time to do that. I believe I can still use pylons even in the blood moon. Yeah, I can. Okay, that's loud. But I probably should clear out my inventory. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, and I'm back. I organized my inventory. I grabbed some Danger Sense potions, actually. Danger Sense potions are pretty useless in my opinion, but they are good for the dungeon. There's going to be some really annoying stuff that we have to deal with in dungeon, and it'll be much more visible when we have a Danger Sense potion on. So I did bring those. Jeez. It always, I don't know, a little unnerving to see the Crimson has spread so far already. Well, I'm stayed now. I didn't actually realize that it was gonna like preserve that blood moon across the entire across recordings like that. It's been a week since I opened this world and the blood moon's still there. Hmm. So all right. I completely forgot that I've been actually cutting out to get to places. I thought I was just like trying to entertain until I got there. Oh, see you guys at the dungeon. All right. I finished organizing my inventory. And I ran over to the dungeon. I grabbed some danger sense potions because they're going to be a bit useful for finding some specific things down here. So, wooden chests. Wooden chests are nice because they always have a golden key in them. Um, I'll leave it there though, because you can always assume that you've looted a wooden chest. So you see here, the dungeon doesn't just end here. It looks like it ends here, but if you drink a danger sense potion, you can actually see that there are fake blocks. So of course, you can technically see them if you're just really careful, but even if you're not, even if you are careful, oftentimes you'll end up missing quite a few of them. So I like to bring a danger sense potion with me down into the dungeon. Also, one really nice way of getting through these blocks is just to mash your grappling hook. So I have my grappling hook set on shift, so I'm just spamming shift at these walls and it's breaking down. It's much nicer because, like my pickaxe, it can actually break through the dungeon brick itself. So if I pickaxe the wall here, it's going to make like a really annoying mess. So I'd rather just grappling hook my way through. Yep, there we go. So, I guess I should explain the dungeon. Yeah. Alright, but, the dungeon. It's a place you're actually not supposed to be able to break the blocks once you're down here. It's immune to bombs, actually. Spikes, they hurt a lot. There are golden chests and there are wooden chests. The wooden chests always have a key to a golden chest, but you can also get a key from just killing enemies. It's actually much more common to find a key from killing enemies than from getting them out of golden chests. There are these water candles. Water candles increase the spawn rate of enemies, so you can leave them up if you want, because of course more water candles means more enemies, means more gold coins. I mean gold keys. But I try to get rid of them because there's more than enough enemies in the dungeon. The dungeon's got a really high spawn rate. Oh, there, another enemy. The enemies here are pretty trivial by the time you get here. I mean, even in expert mode, you can see that they're kind of getting annihilated. So this is a golden chest. You can see that I have a golden key in my inventory, so I can open it, and that uses my golden key. And what do we get? Shadow key is one of the things that I did want. So the shadow key allows me to open all of the locked chests in hell. And note that I say all, not just one. The shadow key does not get consumed on use, which is pretty nice. Aqua scepter. Alright, so one thing that I do in the dungeon to like make it easier to look for chests later is I just grab everything there and then just move on. So since I grabbed everything out of that chest before leaving, then I'll know if I like ever look on the map for some sort of chest, I'll know that there just isn't a chest there. So I can just assume that if there's a chest on the map, it's because I haven't looted it. You saw I left the wooden chest earlier. That's because since wooden chests are always unlocked, I can just assume that I've been to the wooden chest. You can see that actually I'm taking quite a bit of damage from these spikes right now. Spikes are painful. If I was being extremely careful, what I would do is I would use my pickaxe actually to break all the spikes as I get there, but I don't really feel like that. I rarely ever do that in my runs. Oh, and here's the mechanic NPC. So, you don't really need anything from her, but the mechanical lens is a really nice thing to have. As long as it's in your inventory, it doesn't even have to be in your accessory slots, but as long as it's in your inventory, you can see all wires around you. So you can see these red lines. Those are actually the wirings for traps. Another thing that's cool down here, there's a special chest. There's a special chest for most biomes in the game, and the special chest will have an extremely good weapon. Of course, we can't get it yet, but once we are able to get it, then it'll be pretty solid. Um, you need some extremely rare key in order to unlock the chest, though. I think it's like a 1 in 2,000 or 1 in 4,000 chance, so you don't end up getting it in most runs. But the runs that you do get it, it's pretty cool. So that's neat. The Crimson Key is actually probably the best one in my opinion, the Vampire Knives. They don't do all that much damage, but they do heal you very well. Okay, so looks like I've exhausted this portion of the dungeon, so I'm going to start heading back over to the main part. The dungeon has got kind of a confusing layout sometimes, so it's easy to get lost or, oh, ow. I can see that, what? I've never seen a fire wheel off of a wall like that. It was just going for a ride, I guess. We still haven't gotten any new keys. That's a little unfortunate. You can also get keys out of these pots, but, yeah, just not lucky enough to have gotten one. Heart Reach. That's useful for the Destroyer, which is 2 bosses from now. But, yeah. I'll save it. So, I'm pretty much just trying to get through this dungeon as fast as possible right now because I want to, make as much use of my Danger Sense potions as I can. Eventually, once these Danger Sense potions are gone, I'm gonna, have a much tougher time getting around in the dungeon, because of course I won't be able to see these walls anymore. So, it's gonna get pretty annoying pretty quickly. By the way, the items I'm looking for are a Shadow Key, which I just got. I also need a Obsidian Shield, a Muramasa, which is a blue sword, and what else am I looking for? Is that all? Cobalt Shield, Obsidian Key, sword. I got the lens. I think that might actually be everything I need. I'll probably try to make note of where the Crimson Chest is, but if I don't find it, it's not the end of the world, because I can just come back here later when I'm better equipped so to find it easier. So, one really nice thing about this, about the mechanical lens, by the way, yeah, mechanical lens, is that it's also useful for caving, because, remember in caves there are dart traps and stuff, just like down here, but, there's also TNT traps, and the TNT traps will practically insta-kill you. So the ability to see those ahead of time is actually really nice. I've played a hardcore Terraria world a long time ago, and in that one I made very good use of my mechanical lens because, well, of course, in a hardcore world you cannot afford to be stepping on any TNT traps. In Journey mode, Journey mode is a very different mode to play. It's absurdly easy actually, but when you are playing Journey mode, what I like to do is I like to duplicate torches and then just leave a torch trail of everywhere I've been. The reason why I do that is because you can actually place torches really quickly in the in Journey mode and at a really long range. So I try to do that just as much as I can to make sure that I know where I've been. I'm sure you could do like something close to that in regular Terraria, but I don't exactly feel like it, you know? There's a lot of neat tips and tricks you can do to make the game easier, it's just that most of the time you don't end up needing them. Something back here? No, there isn't. Okay. By the way, you can see that there's large rectangles of broken bricks. That's a large spike trap. There is nothing down there but death. You feel no reason to go down. This is a pet. Sadly, I don't have a key to get the pet. He's an old slime, you grumpy. This is the Hallow Chest. The Hallow Chest has a pretty worthless item in my opinion. It's the oh, actually I do have a key. I'm gonna unlock that pet down there. So this is a pet. I mean, it's technically a waste of a key to unlock the pet, but I just wanna, you know. So the Hallow Chest, it drops. Oh right, I didn't mention the Desert Chest. The Hallow Chest, it drops a Rainbow Gun, which is a mage weapon. So number one, I'm not even using mage weapons, but it's also just not a very good mage weapon. As a mage player, you should have a better weapon than the Rainbow Gun by the time you're at that stage. And then the Desert Chest that we saw earlier is a Summon Staff. So that is actually, technically, every class can use a Summon Staff, since you can just use it for free and then just not have any summon accessories and get that extra damage. But I won't be going out of my way for it, considering how rare those keys are. Where's the rest of the dungeon? Looks like it's this way. So I'll head over there. So, it's kind of unfortunate I've only gotten the 2 keys this entire time. Might take me a long while searching through this dungeon, so I'm not cutting. I don't feel like it. If you couldn't tell, I just woke up. I'm a little wonky right now. There's a gold chest. Okay, there is something up at the very top here, so I can keep moving there. Ow. I should get to 400 health. I keep forgetting I haven't gotten all the life crystals. Usually I have every life crystal by now. I should probably bridge over this. Yeah. Okay. That's a really long dark trap. You see that? Going all the way across the room. I'm actually just gonna break these to get the skellies to leave me alone. Okay, that's good. Ow. Ow again. Okay. Jump over the dark trap. It's looking pretty barren right now, actually. Oh, you can see up at the top there, there's a spider biome. Spider biomes are useful for, summoners. I'm not a summoner, so I'll ignore it, but, it is kind of nice to just know that there is a spider biome there. Like, if I really feel like it, I can go for a summoner loadout in early hard mode. After we beat the next boss, the game is going to change quite a bit, and everywhere, every biome gets harder. So, it's kind of nice to have solid stuff early on. And Summoner is probably the solidest stuff you can get for how easy it is to obtain. So, I'm still just wandering around and hoping that I'll find something useful. It looks like our Danger Sense potion, my Danger Sense potion, is about to run out, which is a little unfortunate, but I think I got most of the value I needed out of it. I have another one actually in my inventory somewhere. Oh, I have two now. I must have gotten one from one of the chests or something. Okay. So, looks like I'm gonna have another good 14 minutes down here in the dungeon before I have to deal with the annoying stuff. I'm just thinking of if there's any good ways to speed this up, but I'm kind of doubting it. If it does come down to me just sitting and trying to grind out keys from enemies, then I'll probably cut around that, because, I mean, just sitting and grinding is no fun. Looks like we hit the bottom of the dungeon. You can see here that our dungeon went rather deep. Some dungeons go really deep, some dungeons don't. Sometimes you can see all the way to hell from your dungeon, but not this one. By the way, earlier I grabbed two tables. I don't know if you saw. There's the bewitching table and the alchemy table. They're just generally useful stuff. If you're going like for a true class run, oh, they're 10-minute potions. I thought there were 7. Okay, so I got another 20 minutes down here. But so the alchemy table. Oh, there's the ice chest. But the alchemy table is it's useful for potion crafting because it will make it so that I believe you have like some chance. This is a crimson chest. You have some chance of not using any ingredients upon crafting a potion. I'm actually not a fan of it. Like I'm not a fan at all of the luck, because crafting shouldn't be luck in Terraria. Crafting should be flat. This is the jungle chest. The jungle chest has a ranger gun. The crimson chest has a melee vampire knife. It heals you. Not very much damage, but healing is nice. The ice chest, right? The ice chest is probably the most interesting weapon out of all of them. It's actually a sentry, so it's a subclass of summoner. Sentries are like summons, except they don't move. I suppose you wouldn't really be like, oh wait, I have an imp staff. So this is a summon. It moves around. It follows me. But a sentry is a summon. It's usually a little bit stronger, but it doesn't move, which is the trade-off. So you can actually usually equip both summons and sentries at once, but honestly, most people skip the sentries because sentries are really awkward to get to, because of course, well, first of all, there's the ice chest, and the biome chests are really difficult to get keys for, so most people will skip that. And then there's also a special event in Terraria that you can do to get the sentries, but since it's an entire event just for the sentries, most people will skip it because it's not like strictly mandatory for beating the game. But there is actually something from that event that I'm probably gonna want someday, so I'll actually probably set that up sometime. Set up the event arena. Okay. You can see here that sometimes the holes that are filled with spikes are actually filled with water too, which is kind of interesting. The Danger Sense potions are really nice for traversing these dungeons, so I can just grapple my way through instead of having to like hope that I see the cracked bricks. We still not have another key? That's crazy. Okay. I was kind of hoping to have another key by now so I could check more chests. Usually just incidentally exploring the dungeon you find more keys in this. I guess that's kind of offsetting all our luck that we got from earlier. Oh, here's some more dungeon. Hopefully there will be some more keys out here. You can see that this dungeon is awkwardly shaped, actually. Usually there is like one ginormous clustered section around the middle, and then just a couple of offshoots, but this one seems to have a bunch of offshoots and no major cluster. Kind of interesting. Alright, I'll keep on grappling through here. Is that just a random loop up there? Oh no, it goes somewhere. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear me mashing the shift key on my keyboard, but this is how it goes in the dungeon. Oh, this does go nowhere. Great. Okay. Oh no, it does go somewhere. That's nice. Okay. I didn't waste my time. By the way, you notice I shifted off of my gun to my sword. I believe that the sword is finally a better weapon. Of course, it doesn't have as much range, but it does do considerably more damage per second. It also hits similarly slowly, so it's not like it's much of an upgrade or downgrade in terms of crowd control. I'll heal. Oh right, I might as well just get the Bewitching Table effect right now. So what the Bewitching Table does is it allows you to get a second summon. Oh, there's finally another gold key. But so, like, I can only have one imp normally, but with a Bewitching Table I can have two imps, which is very nice. Let's look at this. And great, we got the exact same drops as the last chest. Great. You end up with that a lot in the dungeon, where you get the same thing over and over and over again, and you can't really get the one thing that you want. So, once we finish exploring the dungeon, I'll probably, cut around that until I actually unlock enough chests to get the thing that I need. Oh, there's another wooden chest. There's 2 keys, that's pretty nice. So, my inventory's already full, man. Alright, so, give me something good. That is not good. I mean, actually, for Ranger, that's probably the best weapon that the second best weapon that they can get right about now, but, I'm not a Ranger. So this is not the best weapon I can get right now. I'll probably start looking for inventory space. I don't need this. Should I keep that? I will keep that, actually. The reason I'm keeping the Angry Bones banner is because, banners, when you have a banner placed, it weakens all the enemies that are in radius of that banner. Well, all the enemies of that type in radius of that banner. Is that oh, that is, okay. When you see a dungeon slime, it's guaranteed to drop a key, which is very nice to see. So, well, yeah, that's just basically a free key drop. They're not even stronger than the other enemies, so if you see it, it's pretty much just the game giving you loot. You can see here, this vertical wire. This is a rather dangerous type of trap. There are actuators up there, and if you step on the pressure plate, the actuators will turn off the blocks, and then the pool of lava will spill down on you. So you have to be pretty careful with those vertical lines. We got a 3rd gold key, so it looks like the keys are finally starting to roll in, which is pretty nice. Looks like I've kind of looped around here. Is that the end of the dungeon? That might actually be it for this dungeon. I mean, there was quite a ways, I just didn't get many keys. I was hoping for more keys before I, found the end. Alright, so, I think actually, it's probably a good time for me to make a trip home and put away some stuff. Because, like, if I deposit the table and the vicious mushrooms and a couple extra inventory stuff, I'll probably have more space to do looting this. So I'll see you guys when I'm back at the entrance of the dungeon. Oh, by the way, so, I had a bottle on the crafting table, which allowed me to craft potions, but now I'm going to be using the alchemy table since it's, like, ever so slightly more efficient, because the alchemy table, like, it has that low chance of not using your materials, so even though I don't like the randomness, I will make use of it while I'm here. So, yeah, see you guys at the dungeon. Oh, actually, I have an idea. I think I'm gonna, make a dump chest. So there's, like, a lot of things that I like to keep in my inventory at all times. So maybe I'll just make a chest and dump everything right now so I can have more inventory space for now. So like all of these things, I can just and all go away. And that'll give me quite a bit more inventory space. I don't need the information accessories while I'm down there either. This is probably enough inventory space. I will put away the boomstick too since I won't be needing that anymore. This looks pretty solid for a setup. I'll keep the keys in my hotbar so I can see them. So yeah, my inventory's sorted, and I'll see you guys at the dungeon. Remember what I said about convenience. It's almost always better to make the world more convenient for yourself, so while I'm here, I'm always going to be approaching the dungeon from the right side, so I'm just going to, like, dig a hole straight through the wall here so it's easier for me to get down. I mean, I'm probably only going to come back to the dungeon, like, maybe once, twice, max, but, it'll just be convenient. It's convenient enough that it's worth me taking a couple extra seconds. Alright, so I suppose I'll be heading back down. I'll see you guys once I find a golden chest. Oh, we found a tally counter, that's nice. So, enemies have a rare chance of dropping an informational accessory, and the informational accessories are useful for, just general stuff. It's not exactly, like, imperative to me beating the game, but just kind of nice to see how many enemies of a specific type I've killed, It allows me to complain better, because if I've killed a bunch of them, I haven't gotten the drop that I want, then I can go, you see, I have killed specifically 2,000 of, So, I like having it for that reason. I found another golden chest down here, so I will open, and I will get nothing of use. Yippee! Okay. Um, from here on, I'll probably always leave one golden key in my inventory. The reason for that is because I'm going to be doing a lot of looting, so it's going to be pretty easy for my inventory to fill up. So I want to make sure I always have one slot reserved for the key. In order to make sure that there is a slot reserved for the key, I'll try and keep one just on me at all times. Another mage weapon. Great. Okay. So, this is an okay single-target mage weapon, but the next boss is multi-target anyway, so it's not even good for mages. I will actually just grind out keys and see you guys once I found a couple more. See you in a bit. By the way, since I'm grinding out the keys right now, it's a good time to place down one of those water torches again so I can get the higher spawn rates, because, of course, more enemies, more keys. I'll also probably make this area that I'm, like, grinding in safer, so, like, I'll break off all these pressure plates so I can walk wherever I want. Alright, I killed a bunch of extra angry bones. You can see the counter now is 110. So I got 2 new keys, so I guess we got 3 new keys, that's nice, okay. So, I have a little bit more looting I can do before I have to go back to grinding for keys. If you notice my accessories, I put on my regen band instead of my shield right now, because I need the health, because down here you tend to get the bleeding effect a lot, and bleeding makes it very difficult to regenerate, so that HP regen band will keep me alive during the times that I'm bleeding. Bleeding makes it so you don't have any natural regeneration, but the regen band, I believe, goes through that, maybe, hopefully. The yo-yo, we got a Valor. Yo-yos, they do damage. I'm not a fan of yo-yos, honestly. I mean, pretty much every stage of the game, the best sword you can get is better than the best yo-yo you can get, so you pretty much just have to be taking it. You'd be willingly putting yourself at a disadvantage to choose a yo-yo over a sword in pretty much any stage of the game. Oh, it's just a random key. Okay. I have profited keys since I opened that last chest somehow. Well, I'll cut in once I see another chest. I just remembered, actually, that since I've explored the entire dungeon, I can just look on the map for a chest. Let's just look nearer to me. There's a chest, so, oh, who's hitting me? Oh, there's a key slime over there. That's nice. Gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. Alright, so I'll see you guys over at that chest that I just scouted on the map. Alright, here's the chest. Give me something good. That is not good. That is exactly what I've already gotten. Alright. Well, see you guys at the next chest. Oh, there's a key slime down there. Why are there so many keys all of a sudden? This is actually very dangerous. I'm pretty sure I'm one-tapped to any of the spikes, so, if I get spiked, I'm kind of dead. I'll probably, sit here and regenerate before I risk moving to the next chest, because I don't want to, die. Dying would be a big waste of time, and I'm not a fan of that. Alright, yeah. I'll cut back in once I'm at max health. Alright, I'm just about to hit 300 health again, and there's another key slime. That's crazy drops for some reason. So, yeah, I'll see you guys at the next chest. Alright, here is the next key chest. Oh, finally, something I actually need. The Cobalt Shield is useful. It makes it so that you don't take any knockback. Once I have an accessory slot for that, I actually will be equipping that. Probably what's going to happen is, once I get to hard mode, I'll be replacing my Cloud and Balloon with Wings, and then Wings also stop you from taking fall damage. So, since I won't be taking any more fall damage, then I can take off my Lucky Horseshoe, and then I'll have an extra slot for my shield. For now, it's just good to have a shield for later. There's another thing, actually, that I completely forgot about. I've been gathering swords right now, but this is actually not, like, intensely required right now. I'm actually, for the next boss, I will be switching to a ranger class. So I know that I'm wearing melee armor with melee equipment, but ranger, I believe, is just the best class for the next boss, kind of just objectively, in my opinion. Objectively, in my opinion. So, I will be swapping up. Oh, come on! Another garbage chest. Oh, I forgot to pick up the last chest, I think. That's a little annoying. So, it's going to be the Hellwing Bow that we want. The Hellwing Bow is really good against the Wall of Flesh, so, I'm going to be trying to get one of those today. By the way, I was intending to start the Minecraft series as soon as I got back from Kentucky, except I am still feeling kind of awful. So I'm not gonna do that yet. I'll probably give it like maybe a week or so, probably next weekend, possibly, question mark. So yeah, hopefully I'll be feeling up to it then. There's an extra gold chest down there, so I'll keep moving. Give me something good. Oh, that's actually the sword that we need. So, is that everything? I've got the sword, got the, key, I've got the shield. I think it's everything. By the way, I got a Nazar. That, drops from the floating skull guys. The floating skull guys, this is not individually useful, but it can craft something good later. I'm pretty sure I actually have everything I need from this dungeon, so I'm just gonna head back to spawn and start working on Wall of Flesh prep. So, yeah. Hopefully, I don't know if I'm gonna fight the Wall of Flesh today, or if I'm going to, just finish prep today. We'll see how much time it takes. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised I didn't die the entire time that was down there. Wait, actually, I'm gonna take a look at the NPCs. So this sells for 56 silver, and then if I go to the arms dealer, he sells for 59 silver. So an NPC will sell for different prices based on how happy they are, and the arms dealer is with the nurse, and the nurse makes the arms dealer happy, so I'm gonna be selling to him instead. So yeah, I won't be needing these banners anymore since I've got everything I need out of those chests. And then I can sell all these extra bits. Even though I am going ranger for the boss fight, I don't need the gun, because it's the bow that's the good thing. This is all fine. Alright, so I'll see you guys once I've finished organizing my inventory. Alright, I just picked up all the stuff out of my dump chest right here. So, nice thing is that now we have a shadow key, which is going to be useful for the hell chests. By the way, the hell chests are gonna be how we get the, how we're gonna get the shadowwing bow, the hellwing bow. Actually, it looks like I need some more inventory sorting. Alright, see you guys in a sec again. Alright, I believe my inventory is basically the way I want it to be. I got some extra teleportation potions while I was down there, so that's pretty nice. I really like using these. They take me to somewhere random, and then you can just wander around, see whatever is useful down there. Oh, the heart crystal, that's pretty nice. I believe I need 5 more of those, 6 more actually, because I want to make a regen station. Alright, so while I'm down here, I'll just like have a stroll, see if there's any more heart crystals around. Useless. I'll grab the health potions, because I need those. Health potions are useful. I mean, it's not like I'm ever going to run out of her, but might as well just stay safe and not end up running out. By the way, I picked up another danger sense potion, because I remembered that actually I'm going to need a bunch of cobwebs to make the ranger set for the Wall of Flesh. And since I need cobwebs, I'm probably going to head back over to that spider biome that I saw in the dungeon, and then I can see the spider biome because of the danger sense potion again. So that is another use for danger sense potion. If you didn't see a spider biome in your dungeon, by the way, you can an alternative way to find it is by archery potion. You need those for the fight. Another way to find it is just to go underground in the snow biome. I don't know what it is about the snow biome, but I swear that you find more spider biomes in the snow biome. So if you ever need a spider biome, just underground snow biome, you'll probably find it soon. This is pretty trash teleportation potion. I mean, it brought me kind of nowhere. There's at least one chest here. We can see if it has an anklet of the wind. If it didn't, this is going to be garbage. Oh, the reason I'm grabbing all these eye spawners is just because I can use them for money. I like money. It's not going to be too bad of a problem since we're in expert mode, and in expert mode everything drops more money. But it is going to be a problem later on. Oh, we found a Crimson Altar. So, actually, there's a lot of Crimson Altars around. If you need one, you can just go to your Crimson biome and find one. But, I can just do it here. So what I have is the Volcano, Blade of Grass, Muramasa, and Blood Butcherer. And as a Crimson Altar, I can make the Knight's Edge. So this is my best weapon for, well, pretty much before I fight the next boss, this is my best weapon. It hits like a truck, it has pretty good range for a sword. There's another, okay, so that's nice. Okay. Nom. It looks like I found some wide cave area here, so I'm going to do a bit more exploring before I leave. Of course, I don't exactly need any of this jungle loot anymore. The only thing I could even use is the only thing I could even use would be more eye spawners or a anklet of the wind. But the odds that I'm finding that is kind of low, honestly. So I'm probably gonna head for my next teleportation potion right now. Where am I now? Under the Crimson, very close to the surface. You're never gonna find any good loot close to the surface, so I'm just gonna teleport immediately. Oh, I'm in lava. Ouch. Oh, so right now we're in the underground desert. The desert is a very dangerous place. You noticed I went caving in a lot of biomes, not the desert. The desert, you'll find some pretty solid loot, but it's just so dangerous down here. I don't recommend it really for any class. There's, like, none of the classes you can find something that's mandatory down here. If you do decide to go down here and you find a Bass statues are very useful for arena building because the Bass statues, well, you read that, I don't know if you read that, but I did. It says that it increases defense by 5 when you're standing nearby it. So it's pretty much just a little totem of extra defense. 5 isn't a huge amount. In expert mode, that gets cut down to 2.5 because all defense is halved in expert mode. But, hey, defense is defense. Oh, I think I see a... No, I don't. Okay, never mind. Am I out of teleportation potions? I am out of teleportation potions. Okay, so, I'm gonna mirror home now and actually, do real important things instead of just wandering around for no reason. I didn't realize the desert biome music was that good, dang. Okay, so, another thing that we can do while we're here, at the Tinkerer's Workshop, I can put together the Cobalt Shield and the Obsidian Skull to make the Obsidian Shield. So the Obsidian Shield will be making something that's pretty useful later on. It will make the Ankh Shield, and the Ankh Charm is an absurd crafting recipe. Like, I don't know if you've seen people talk about Terraria online, but one of the things they talk about is how crazy some of the crafting recipes get. And the Ankh Shield, I believe, is the second hardest crafting recipe in the entire game. Maybe third after the Zenith. But, yeah. It's nighttime. It's 10:38, so I've got a while, so I'm just gonna, like, shred through these bosses real quick. You can see, when it gets close to me, you can see how much damage per second it's taking. So, like, it's actually not as much as I figured. But it is taking quite a bit of damage per second, and it's faster than a shotgun, I believe, so I'll probably just annihilate these bosses real quick. I'll see you guys after I've done with this, because, 6 of the same thing in a row is going to get kind of boring. Alright, and that was the last one, so 6 eyes, done and dusted. Open all these, got a bunch of shields, got a bunch of Crimtane ore. It's pretty much just money to me. I mean, I don't need any of those things anymore since I've already passed that stage of progression. So, sell. You can buy illegal gun parts overnight from the gun dealer. I won't be needing them for this run, but it's just kind of a neat little thing. That was a platinum of money? Dang, okay. Didn't realize that you got so much from the eyes. So, now I believe it is time to head back over to the dungeon so I can get some more cobwebs. So I'll just quickly talk to the guide so I can show you guys what I mean. Crafting, bones. You need bones and cobwebs to make the armor. It's the necro armor. So you need, what is that? 40, 50, 45, 135. You need 100. You need 135 cobwebs. Actually, I might actually just should have had that here. Do I? Does that save me? Oh, I do. Okay, never mind. No spider arm for me. I can just make it right now, and that'll be nice and convenient. The bone whip is actually really nice for summoners, but I'm not going to be going summoner, and I don't really feel like going bone whip plus bow. So now I kind of have 2 sets. So I've got a ranger set, so you can see this is specifically geared towards range damage, and then I've got a melee set. So for general use, I will be going with the melee set because the melee set has more defense, and my best weapon is kind of the Knight's Edge. It's just that the Knight's Edge doesn't have enough range to be really helping me against the Wall of Flesh. So I'm going to be swapping over to my Necro set for bosses. But the extra defense is just really nice against regular enemies. So it'll look like this for now. I'll put on my Lucky Horseshoe and head down to... Actually, I'm going to organize my inventory. Then I'll head down to Hell. So see you guys there. Actually, I forgot. Before I go to Hell, I should grab some more planter boxes. Because, of course, this is the easiest material to make an arena out of. And I'm going to need a pretty long bridge for my planter boxes. Actually, while I'm here, maybe I should try doing some reforging. I won't be needing Lucky Horseshoe for the boss fight, so I'll consider the regen band to be my boss item for this. This will be my boss loadout. I can get a reforge on the Magliluminescence. Hasty. Not a fan of Hasty for the Wall of Flesh fight because you don't really need all that much extra speed. If you don't have Lightning Boots or Spectre Boots, you're going to be dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't even really matter if you have extra movement speed or don't. You're either going to outspeed it or won't outspeed it. If you don't outspeed it, you're dead, so 3% is probably not going to be the difference. Alright, so, yeah. Finally, this time I'll see you guys in Hell. Alright, now we're in hell. So, I won't be needing the lucky horseshoe anymore since we're here. So, you notice, actually, I brought the obsidian shield with me. So, the reason for that is, you remember these hot houses? The obsidian skull allows me to walk on these without taking any damage, so I will be, it's very nice to be able to just go in these without having to worry about only standing on the platforms or something like that. So, I did bring that with me, and I don't really need to dash all that much while I'm down here. I'm hoping that while I'm down here, I will be able to find a guide. Oh, wow, first chest. Okay, well, that's what I needed, the Hellwing Bow. So, there really isn't anything else I need out of these chests, actually, so that's pretty much it. So, I suppose the next thing to do is to start grinding for the, Guide Voodoo Doll. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but, there are demons down here, and they shoot sights at you, like purple things. And then, those demon sights, well, not the demon scythe, actually. The demon scythe is a pretty solid mage weapon, but what I'm talking about is sometimes a demon will be carrying a voodoo doll, and if you throw a voodoo doll into lava, it will summon the guy. Oh, right. I mean, it'll summon the wall of flesh. I completely forgot about the arena, so I'll start building that right now. Oh, there's a demon, by the way. You can see he's kind of scrunkly looking. They have an annoying thing where they blind you, but hell is so bright that even being blinded hardly does anything to you, so, yeah. So, I'm heading back to the center of hell, because I like to build my arena around the center of the world. So, let's see. Yeah, this is the starting point. So I'll build my arena. I usually like to build my arena a little bit closer to the top of hell than the bottom. I'm not exactly sure why, that's just kind of my personal preference. So, yeah, I'll get to building. Oh, finally should warm up. We're off. I'll see you guys, I don't know, once something interesting happens. Alright, so I remembered something a second ago. I don't know if it's kind of jarring to clip directly from hell to here, but, so, actually, there's a little trick you can do, where if you have a builder potion, the brick layer, and no movement speed accessories, you can actually, place as fast as you walk. And that's extraordinarily convenient. Because, like, so you know how, like, it's just really awesome. And you know how, like, those quests where you have to guide an NPC and, you know, everyone makes fun of them? Because you're not supposed to, like, you're not supposed to have an NPC that walks slightly faster than your run speed, but, I mean, slightly slower than your run speed, but slightly faster than your walk speed. This is like that, where you can place not as fast as your top speed, but faster than your bottom speed. So, what I usually do is I will get the specific loadout to be able to place exactly as fast as I walk. And also I'll grab some mining potions just so I can break out these hell houses quicker. So, I'll actually do the setup right now so you guys can see what it looks like to actually do this. I won't be using the Hellwing Bow for now. I will just break. Okay, so, by the way, another nice thing about those planter boxes is that they don't burn in lava, which is pretty handy, because if you saw earlier, when you kill a lava slime, it'll actually drop lava, like actual just straight up lava, when you're, in expert mode and above, so it gets quite annoying quite quickly. So, if you're using a wooden platform, that will actually just burn straight through your wooden platform and you have to replace it. So, if you are actually using regular platforms for some reason, if you decide that you want to use wooden platforms, or you want to use platforms of some kind, I suggest that what you do is you swap off of, instead of using wooden platforms, you break some of the hell houses and craft the obsidian brick into, obsidian platforms, and then those obsidian platforms are lava-proof. I completely forgot to do the setup. So, put on the brick layer, take off everything that increases my speed. So, none of that, none of this. My armor doesn't do any speed, right? Okay, yeah, no speed. So now I can, build a potion, and now I can place exactly as fast as I run, which is very nice. So, yeah, I'll see you guys when something interesting happens. Maybe, possibly. Oh, there's a chest in my way here, so I'll quickly loot that. Flame Lash, that's a very nice mage weapon, but I'm not a mage, once again! I just keep getting mage stuff in this world for some reason. By the way, you can see here that I'm not taking any knockback. That's just a really handy thing from, not having the Cobalt Shield on. I mean, it's the Obsidian Shield right now, but Cobalt Shield, Obsidian Shield have the same effect. We got some Restoration Potions, which are pretty nice. They're more efficient than regular health potions, so I will be, hopefully saving those for the boss fight, actually. You can see here that the placing is just going really smoothly since I have everything perfectly set up, so I can just walk and hold click and then this goes. You can see I've already placed like a bit more than half of my total platforms. This takes an absurdly long time if you don't have a setup like this, so I would actually recommend that you try and get something like this, even if you, like, even if it's just you had to go out of your way specifically for this, I do recommend that you do it. Even if you have to, like, go out of your way to find, like, materials to craft a building potion, I never make the Wall of Flesh arena without having this set up. It's just so much more convenient. So, yeah, I'll either see you guys when I see a Voodoo Demon or when I finish the arena. It's actually a really high lava lake. Normally the lava doesn't go this high in hell, so that's a little bit awkward, but I did drain it out of the way so I can keep placing my bridge. You can see here that I've almost completely used up all of my platforms already, so if you look at the map here, this is a very long platform. I don't actually remember exactly how many I needed to use, but I believe that close to 1,000 was enough for me. Like, of course, the amount of length that you need depends on who you are, because if you're not as good at the game, like you can't hit as many shots, you're going to need a longer bridge so you can have more time to actually kill the boss. But this should be enough, hopefully. So yeah, actually, it's been an hour, but I don't really want to just end it here after I've finished setting everything up for the Wall of Flesh. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind for that, that Guide Voodoo Doll right now, and then just get ready to fight the Wall of Flesh for the end of this video. So, yeah. Is that everything? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I was in hell, I looted an extra, chest. And actually, I found a relatively nice item. I got a, hell cart. So, that makes it so that when I'm in a minecart, I actually have, like, a bar. So you know how, like, you have the air bar when you're underwater? You also have a lava bar for kind of not taking damage in lava. So it's a really useful minecart. I'd argue that's the single most useful minecart in the game, even more than the, one that we'll be getting later. You'll see about that one. So I'm gonna quickly do a bit of inventory sorting, and then after I'm done with that, I believe I will just gear up and then grind for that summon. Alright, so I've geared up, I've got everything with me that I'm gonna need. I'm gonna put on my regen band, probably now, honestly. Let's look. So this is like a pretty good spot to get grinding because it's a wide open area, so I'm likely to see a lot of enemies around here. So I'll place my water candle. I'm placing the water candle because I want to get more enemy spawns before I start the fight. I want to, like, you know, I want to get the Voodoo Doll so I can actually summon the thing. Once I do have the Voodoo Doll, oh, there it is. There's the Voodoo Doll. So, looks like we're going to be fighting this pretty much just now, actually. I will get to full, oh, I don't have max health. Whatever, I can get max health later. So, a couple of things of note. If you're using the Hellwing Bow, it shoots very widespread. Make sure that you have wooden arrows in your top slot. If you don't have wooden arrows, it'll just shoot them regular. You want the bats, because the bats do piercing damage, and the Wall of Flesh has a lot of things that you want to pierce through. You can see the potions I grabbed for this. Archery, because we're using a bow. I have the standard 3 potions that I like to use, but I've also got an archery potion, since we're going ranger for this fight, and I've got a heart reach potion. The reason for the heart reach potion is because the Wall of Flesh actually has a lot of minions, and when killing those minions drops hearts. But since the Wall of Flesh is constantly moving, you're not going to be able to pick up those hearts so well, so it is useful to have a heart reach potion on you for this fight. There aren't too many times in the game where a heart reach potion is genuinely useful, but this is definitely one of the times. Some people will go crazy with their arenas and they'll, like, place a bunch of campfires and heart lanterns along the edge of the arena, but that's a bit overkill for me, even in expert mode. By the way, the reason why I'm heading all the way to the end of the arena here is because the Wall of Flesh will move based on which half of the world you are in. So I don't want to take any risks being near the middle of the world where he might, like, try to push me off my arena. So I'm just going to stand at this very far edge of the arena to make sure he's going to push me towards the middle of the world. So, yeah, I guess it's time. As everything's set up, got my accessories in order, I should put on my ranger armor. I've got my bow out, I've got the Voodoo Doll. So you can see there's a pool of lava below me, so I'll toss it, hit B to use all my potions at once, and now it's time. So there's the boss. You want to try and hit it in the eyes, because the eyes, it takes more damage when it's getting hit in the eyes. When there's an enemy behind you, I recommend that you just focus that enemy, because you don't want to get knocked into the Wall of Flesh's attacks. It's going to shoot a lot of lasers out of the eyes, so try not to be in too narrow of an area, and do a lot of jumping. It's only doing 12 damage. That surprises me. I kind of figured I would be taking more damage considering I'm using a ranger set, but I mean, I'll take it. So, it's looking pretty good right now. You can see that I'm aiming for the top eye. If you actually go ultra sweaty, what you can do is you can build in a specific arena where all of the segments layer on top of each other, so you can hit all three at once. But pretty much just hit whatever you can and then try for the eyes. In expert mode and master mode, as you kill it, it will start to speed up. So I'm trying to stay very far away from it, as far as I reasonably can, honestly, because I want to have a good wide area where I can stay away from it from. I haven't even needed to heal yet. I don't know what's up with this. Like normally, I swear expert mode is harder. So yeah, okay. Well, this is going swimmingly right now. The boss is almost dead already, so I might have over-prepared. It looks like I'm running out of arena space though on the map, so this could get a little bit dicey near the end, but it should be fine. You can see now I have to be completely sprinting and it's still catching up on me, but there it is. That is the Wall of Flesh done. That was oddly easy. I don't know what was up with that, but now we're in hard mode. So, oh, there it is. The Ancient Spirits of Light and Dark have been released, so everything just got a lot harder. A lot harder. So, everywhere, the enemies are stronger now. New ones will spawn. They are mean, and I don't like them. Bleh. In expert mode, the demon heart is extremely useful. You can see I just got a new accessory slot, so now I can have my shoe on, which is very nice. There's a taxman. I don't have any purification powder on me, so I won't bother reviving the taxman. The emblem is a very useful item. It will 50% damage is a considerable amount. Like if you look at my ranger set right now, the entire bonus damage of the whole ranger set is just 15 damage. So getting 15% damage off of a single accessory is very useful. Eventually I am probably gonna have to kill another wall of flesh, so I will actually. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, so I'm gonna have to kill another wall of flesh. I'm gonna break this box so I can actually, have a nice arena again. But you see the Soul of Night? You can only find Souls of Night when you are in a Crimson. And there was no Crimson down here before I killed the Wall of Flesh. And you know what that means? There must be a Crimson here now. You can see that there's some red blocks over there. When you kill the Wall of Flesh, a new Crimson will spawn, and it will be really deep. So, I'll head to the surface, actually. I think the last thing I'll do for this episode is take a look at where the Crimson and the Hallow spawned. So, this Clockwork Assault Rifle is very nice. It shoots fast, hard. It's a pretty solid gun. I'd say it's better than the, it's a full moon. That's neat. I'm gonna swap back to melee, by the way, because, more defense is just generally better utility. And so, you can see now, look at this enemy. This is just a regular nighttime enemy, and look at how long it takes me to kill. So, pretty much I'm back to day one levels of damage per second, where I can't even handle individual nighttime enemies. But, of course, the regular demon eyes, they're not that hard to kill, but they are still tough. So, if you want, like, an immediate set of stuff that you can use for hard mode, I suggest you go find a spider biome and then kill those spiders. Of course, they're going to hit like a truck since you're using pre-hard mode armor, but once you get spider armor and a spider staff, you'll be able to, you'll be pretty well off. It looks like the Crimson that I saw down there was actually coming from the right side instead of the left side, but I will continue walking this direction just so I can see where the Hallow spawned too. I believe the Hallow and the Crimson are guaranteed to spawn on opposite sides of the world, so I'll take a look at that. You can see now the Crimson has spread a bit more. I believe it's also going to spread faster and through stone now, so yeah, it's gonna get tough to keep my NPC houses safe from all this stuff. I think that next episode is going to have to be a housekeeping episode where I get everything nice and organized so I don't have to lose any of my NPC houses. I'm hoping that it didn't just drop the Hallow right on my jungle. That could be quite annoying. So, your jungle, it can get... Oh, man, it did drop the Hallow right on my jungle. You can see here, there's blue grass. That blue grass is Hallow, so it just completely didn't override my jungle. Are they overlapping? Overriding? I can't tell which. These Derplings, they are one of my least favorite enemies in the game. They're just annoying. They don't take much knockback. They hit extremely hard. Pwn Hammer, it's my new hammer. I mean, I don't really craft that many hammers, because really all I ever need it for is just making NPC houses and, like, changing how a block looks. So the Pwn Hammer is probably the last hammer I'm honestly going to use for the rest of the game. Nice thing about this is that actually the Hallow doesn't kick out your NPCs, so my NPCs should be fine living here. So okay, I know where the Hallow is now, so I'm just gonna mirror home. But I'm much more concerned about that Crimson, because of course I had 3 Crimsons before. Now I have a Hallow, so that's a 4th evil, and now a fifth evil will be coming with this second Crimson. I'm really hoping that it didn't cross this border. It did not, okay. Some NPC houses are fine for now, at least. Wait, did the Crimsons overlap on each other? Because you saw that there's a Crimson here, so I believe it's going to go diagonally out to here. I'll take a look at that. These Herplings, they are also annoying. I hate the Herplings as much as I hate the Derplings. We hate equally in this household. But, yeah, they're just really annoying. One of the most important things we're going to have to do before we fight any next bosses is we're going to want wings. So in Sky Islands now, we can also find wyverns, and wyverns will drop souls of flight. By the way, souls, they're actually pretty useful items, so if you do find any souls, make sure you pick them up, and we're going to have to grind for souls later on anyway. I'm thinking right now about which class I'm going to want to go for the next... Oh man, I'm almost dead. I didn't even realize. These enemies hit like trucks, so I'm kind of used to being able to tank like 1 or 2 hits now. I believe that this is the new Crimson out here. I don't think it had spread this far before. I don't know. I'll walk a bit more just so I can see if I find another Crimson, but if I don't, actually, this is probably the most fortunate way it could be. Because the Hallow and the Jungle, I don't believe will cancel each other. I don't think that the Hallow is going to kill my Jungle, so I can grind for Hallow, so I can grind for Light Souls in the Jungle, which will be nice. And if the Crimsons overlapped, then it shouldn't be too hard to keep things all nice and orderly. Alright, so it looks like, yeah, actually, the Crimsons just overlapped directly on each other, which is best case scenario. So, okay, essentially I've got only 4 evils instead of 5 evils in this world. Since the Hallow doesn't actually kill and, like, take NPCs out of their houses, I will probably just allow the Hallow to overtake the jungle and overtake this ocean. But there is one thing that I have to worry about now, so I'll head back over to the beach, actually, out here. So if you remember, there is a Crimson between right here and the beach. And so this wooden barrier, that used to work, but now you can see these little spots. The Crimson can spread underground. So this little blocker has to go all the way to hell in order to keep my beach safe. So if I want to keep using this pylon, I'm going to need to make a humongous biome blocker. In order to keep my home safe, I'm also going to have to make a very large biome blocker, probably like this, to keep it safe. Or maybe if I'm feeling thorough, I'll make it all the way to hell. But if you saw, since the biome is diagonal, it's very difficult to make a biome blocker, because I would have to make a diagonal biome blocker like this, or make like a little rectangle for my house, and then a straight down one the rest of the way. So, regardless of how this goes, it's looking like this entire section of my world is just gonna be Crimson, which is a little sad, but I suppose it's something I can put up with. I'm being more thorough with this world because it's, you know, YouTube world. I don't want to just let it die. Normally what I would do if I'm in a world like this is I would actually just try and kill everything really quickly, beat the game before I had to deal with the Crimson. But, you know, I want to take my time since this is a series. So, yeah, we made some pretty solid progress today. Today was the dungeon in the Wall of Flesh. So I'll see you guys next time for all of the early hard mode prep. Bye.